Yeah, Anika, it's really cool to see you in person. From your 17 million or whatever views, I guess I have 1 million over.
That's good, thank you. Thanks.
So, to me it seems like such an endless pool of ideas, like you have countless ideas. But for us normal people, we kind of sometimes run out of stuff to practice. And yeah, I guess every drummer and every musician kind of meet that situation sometimes when you kind of push, and you learn a little bit more. And while you learn a lot at the beginning, but it will be longer every time you want to progress a little bit now. So what do you do, and how do you keep the motivation up for pushing on?
What I'm doing, I mean, when you dive deeper into practice, like really practicing for hours, make a plan how to practice, providing topics to work on, then you realize, okay, I'm really interested in that, I'm not that much interested in that. And so you choose your topics, you want to dive deeper into it. And because it's your interest, your personal interest, this is a thing which first of all motivated me in the first place when I started practicing a lot. So I felt that I now have the time to really practice stuff I want to dive into, and not the stuff which I have to do because others forced me to do it at the university or other people, you know. I come back to you in a second. Yeah, and then you see all that stuff. You see connections are going on, which you realize at some point. You see the connection to this topic, to that, to this, and you get endless ideas what to work on. And I just wrote everything down because it's too much stuff to work on. You know, it's an endless story. You always have to choose, you make decisions, what practicing next, and so you, at least at me, it's like this. I'm more focused on specific things. I'm not an all-around player. I can't do everything. So when I don't want to do that, it was a big decision that I don't want to be able to play everything perfect. There are drummers, they are able to play each style like perfectly, and they can just switch feels. And for me, it's more that I made a decision on some point that I want to just be focused on stuff I'd like to do. I don't want to play drums in a Latin band, so I don't need to practice a left foot clave, you know. But of course, it's on you. You can do that. If it's your interest, then you should be focused on that and work that out, of course. But see all that stuff, all the things I got the ideas of practicing that was pushing me and still is pushing me to keep going. Because it's like, I always say it's like reading a book. You know, you all read books? No. But you watch movies or series. Series is also really good. If you watch a series or read a book, so on some point you have to go to work and have to stop reading or watching, but it's still in your mind. You still think about the story, you still think about, what's happening next? You want to know it, you know? And it's the same in practicing. I have my topics, I started working on it, and I feel, okay, I'm improving a little bit, and now what's next? So I just want to see what's happening next. And this is what pushes me and keeps me motivated to keep going with everything.
You never run out? You never less motivated?
Of course. Okay. I mean, the hardest step is to go out of the living room or the couch and say, okay, now I go practice for a couple of hours. That's the hardest part. But when I'm in the room, then everything is good. So
I just bought a TD50 and put it in the middle of my living room. That's a good tip from me, though.
Yeah.
If it's a hard thing to leave the living room, just place a drum set there.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Cool. Yeah, pleasure.
Yeah.